Pat Riley. Pat Riley, over 70 years old, won championships as a coach there with the Lakers. Won as got to, I think he got to the, well, I don't know if he got to the finals or not. I know he got to the conference finals many times there with that New York Knicks team. I can't remember if he was on that 94 team or not. Either way, Pat Riley, championships with two different teams as a coach, Lakers. He, of course, championships with the LeBron group there, Dwayne Wade as an executive. You would think 70 plus, living down there in Miami, one would think that he would be kind of resting on his laurels, kind of taking it easy, Pat Riley, right? Right? I'm one of those people. And yesterday, he made some comments yesterday afternoon, and he really ruffled some feathers there regarding the 34-year-old Jimmy Butler in a press conference here, who, when he was asked about Jimmy Butler coming up for contract here in 2025, I got this soundbite from the Colin Cowherd's news section of his show. I wanted to give them credit for it. Listen to Jimmy Butler here. This ruffled some feathers in and around Butler's people and also other players around the league. Listen up.
We have not discussed that internally right now, but we have to look at that, making that kind of commitment, okay? And when do we do it? I mean, we don't have to do it until 25, actually, but we'll see. We haven't made a decision on it, and we really haven't in earnest discussed it. That's a big decision on our part to commit, that kind of, those kinds of resources, unless you have somebody who's really going to be there, available every single night. That's the truth.
Oh, yeah. Gonna be there every single night. Now, hey, Butler has missed. He has not played since being a member of the Miami Heat. He's never played 65 games. He's never started. He's never played in 65 out of 82 games here, So I don't see why that would have caused an outrage. But these players in NBA, this is the level of pandering that has went on, and you still got an old school guy here, just totally trying to keep it real here. And of course, Zach Lowe. Let me see what he says. Okay, here we go. This is an NBA reporter. Pat Riley's recent comments on Jimmy Butler's opened a lot of eyes around the NBA, according to this. I think this guy's with ESPN, Zach Lowe here. He could have said that a little bit more politely. Like, even if you're tongue-in-cheek, you could just have been like, I wish he wouldn't have said anything. He wasn't available. He was like, no, I'm going to hit him with a jab and then a right hook and then pretty much be pretty blunt about it. That is to open up a lot of eyes around the NBA. Let's put it that way. My phone was lighting up, according to Zach Lowe, during Riley's press conference that may be ground zero for the NBA offseason starting right now. Okay, that and Butler basically said, hey, he wants to bring a championship to the NBA. Butler's taking a high road. He said, hey, I feel at home, man. I really care about the city. I care about the people in this city. Miami's embraced me. They've wanted me to bring them something I haven't done since LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. I want to be able to do that as soon as I get my me right back. I'll be right back on that A double rear end, and everybody knows it. But, hey, he's just saying what he believes, okay? That being Pat Riley. He also went on to say that he had a really good quote, that he's not a big fan of the rule of the 65 game rule. And let's see if I can get a quote here from that, which is a pretty good one as well. Okay. This is also what he said about load management rule. Basically, you've got to play 65 games to get any postseason awards. That's a new rule that came in effect this year. Riley criticized the NBA 65 game rule that requires players to play at least 65 games to be eligible for postseason award. To me, Riley says, it sends a message that it's okay to sit when you're not 100%, when no one in the league is 100%. So he's taking a very much NFL approach to the NBA. All right. Taking very much an NFL approach to the NBA. And listen, I understand this frustration. All right. Like I've been saying before, these players, for this is as an executive, look at it from their perspective. Okay. The league now says it's okay to bring in a player 19, one and done out of high school. Okay. They only get 1 year of college or semi-professional experience, whatever you want to call it. Teams spend 2 to 3 years, additional 2, to develop these players because most of them are simply not ready. They're not physically ready to handle the demands of the league. And then when they do get ready, they want to prolong their career and sit down with every little excuse possible, is what Riley's saying. You know, this guy's been around the league probably 50-something years now, over 50 years. And the players are getting softer and missing more time with all this technology, or is this just pampering? You know, and I know the players aren't 100% at fault here. You had guys in the past like the Spurs and your Greg Popoviches of the world, which the NBA has really knuckled down on that with this 65 game, particularly in primetime games. But that's just the marketing of the league. As far as players missing primetime games in the regular season, making it a bad product, yada, yada, yada. I get that. But Riley's saying we need team cohesion. Look at the teams that are young, hungry, played together, playing 68, 72, 75 games. Your Oklahoma City Thunder. Look at the teams that went hard down the stretch and really didn't mail it in. Your New York Knicks, for example. You got those 3 core players. Toughed it out. 3 guys toughed it out through college together, with led by Brunson there with the Knicks. Look at the cohesion there for that particular team. You know, he comes from that school, hard work, no shortcuts, stop mailing it in, stop making excuses, just grind. You know, and I'm totally from that school of thought. You know, I was at work today and I talked to a person I haven't seen since Monday. Lady works at one of my labs. You know, I've been at my job 9 years and I've never missed a day that wasn't an ice storm or an extreme emergency with my vehicle, anything like that. And she's like, wow, you went out of town, Miss Friday. We've never seen you gone before. You really needed that day off. I said, well, I believe in, you know, being consistent, showing up, doing your job, you know, like Bill Belichick would say. I believe in that type of work ethic and study so you can settle in and know what you're doing and develop some kind of continuity and whatnot. So, and routine and build some kind of rapport with who you're dealing with. Same thing with the teamwork. You got to get hours and time into that product to make it better. Everything ain't about you getting your next contract as a player, okay? It's not about how your next $100 million plus contract there, Pickles, you know? But kudos to Pat Riley. I think that this league, you should get. I think the tide is tough. I said this the other day. Once LeBron and this era fade out, we're getting a little bit more past the load management stuff with the penalties coming out and whatnot. The next big thing to do is to make that NBA, it needs to be 21 or 3 years out of high school. 21, 3 years out of high school. And you better have a really good excuse, not just a heck for not playing the game. Jason Whitlock said this. I want to say he said it last year, but it may have been 5 or 6 months ago, that players should get a portion of their contract for that particular game if they missed the game. Not unless it's some kind of severe injury, then you can work it out that way. But just nickel and dime type of injuries, ankle, a little swollen, I've seen guys miss for sinus infection. Take some Benadryl and take a little shot of coffee and get in there and play, man. Migraines. I mean, if you got a migraine, you've probably got it in the morning. You need to drink some water. Sometimes some people may have to take some more higher end painkiller for that. Some of it may be allergy related, like myself. But you play through that stuff. I was hearing reports that guys like Kawhi Leonard, he'd come in at 3:45 saying he's not playing. And the game be like 4 hours, less than 4 hours away. So the coaches would have to totally turn around the game plan for him, because that's when you have guaranteed contracts. So you got to have more of a NFL-like approach. Little stuff like that is why the NFL has lapped these sports here nationally. And that's what years of catering has given to you. The called out search party looking for you. Wilt Chamberlain played 4 or 5 games a week. Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable. Yeah, they did, Pickles. They sure did. Pat Riley didn't make any money as a player. Yeah, and maybe that's gave him his drive, Pickles says, got to get paid to play. Yeah, go ahead and make it a little bit lesser amount of money for the games. You get a portion of that check for the games you missed. And I tell you what, these guys they'll get a little tougher, and they'll start playing through some of these injuries. And a lot of them, we all know that they're just nickel and dime injuries that you can play through, tape it up, and go on. So anyways, if I was Pat Riley, I'd go young. And maybe that's why they don't get a lot of really big names. I mean, Miami, Florida, no state tax, beautiful down there. Just got back from Tampa, beautiful in Florida, A lot of these guys want to mail it in. They want to F off. They want to go to the strip club the night before if they're doing in a really nice town in Atlanta or something. And then they come in there and sweat it off and not want to play. Well, back in the day, they just play through anything, They'll just play through anything. That's what happens when you lean too much into catering and pampering these particular players and whatnot. Okay?